Okay, it's time for my current favourite whistleblower. So the headline is, Whistleblower, former intelligence official says government possesses intact and partially intact craft of non-human origin.
There you go.
This story broke around June 5th, June 6th, and the former intelligence official's name is David Grusch, so some might have seen him circulating online. I know I saw him on Instagram.
Yep, he was about.
And he led the analysis of unexplained anomalous phenomena, UAP. I guess UAP stands for anything.
Yeah, they've been changing it up on you.
I knew it was like unidentified aerial phenomena, so
Right.
they definitely be changing it up. So he led that analysis within the US Department of Defense Agency and has alleged that the US has crafts of non-human origin, and also that the information on these vehicles is being illegally withheld from Congress. Grusch told this all in an interview with the news outlet The Debrief. Grusch said when he turned over this classified information about the vehicles to Congress, he suffered retaliation from government officials. He left the government in April after a 14-year career in US intelligence.
So he's credible in their world. He's been about.
He's been there for a hot minute.
Didn't wake up
He did.
and just decide, you know what? Yeah.
I've seen things.
Yeah.
I've seen
He's
things.
he's been around for a while.
Another thing I noticed, so he's saying this information's being illegally withheld from Congress. But I noticed they always do that. It's always like one section of government that's gone rogue, apparently, and, you know, certain other parts didn't know. So they can always say, oh,
Yeah.
we didn't know they were doing that. We had no idea.
That's how they do it. I see it as well. And you see it in the TV shows as well as a representation. They always have to blame it on a particular sector so that they can come in. If something's exposed, they can come in and shut down that sector.
Yeah.
Whilst maintaining the overall structure, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
And they can tell the public we were in this together and we were all hoodwinked.
How could they deceive us?
How could they lie to us?
Yeah.
How could they?
Yeah, we see that.
So, yeah. This disclosure comes after a swell of credible sightings and reports have revived attention around alien ships and potential visits in recent years, which we've been speaking on. Grusch said the US government and defense contractors have been recovering fragments of non-human crafts, in some cases entire crafts, for decades. The debrief also spoke to some of Grusch's former colleagues, each of who vouched for his character. A retired army colonel said Grusch is beyond reproach and also described him as an officer with the strongest possible moral compass.
Okay, well that's a strong backing right there. I was like, nah, if he's saying this, we have to take notice. They came out and backed him. That's interesting.
It is
That's
indeed.
interesting. Like we said, credible, very credible in their world. So
Nick Pope, who spent the early 1990s investigating UFOs for the British Ministry of Defence, MOD, said Grusch, and also another person called Grays, but we didn't get into it, accounts of alien materials are very significant. He said it's one thing to have stories on conspiracy blogs, but this takes it to the next level with genuine insiders coming forward.
interesting.
So, you know, we did say, we're going to have to roll the tape, but we did say we're coming to a time where you're going to owe your conspiracy theorist friend an apology, a big apology.
Right.
Because, you know,
We've been
it's
saying.
all coming out. We've been saying.
And every time they started speaking, whoever that conspiracy theorist friend of yours is, you were like, there they go again. Aliens. Sure.
Right.
You owe them an apology. Say sorry.
I know, I'll be waiting for my apology.
Yeah.
So.
He said 2023, a lot was going to happen, and it's happening. Obviously, what you just mentioned is interesting. From our seat, Baba Yanun's been explaining it and showing us alien activity for many years. But it's interesting that they're saying, well, you know, this is kind of becoming more credible. We got to take notice of it because these reports are getting more serious and coming from more what they might determine reliable sources. So, yeah.
Exactly that. And just one more headline on that. This is the same whistleblower, David Grusch. He says the Vatican is aware of the existence of non-human intelligences and helped the US retrieve a downed UFO from Italian dictator Mussolini at the end of World War III.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You said World War III. I assume you meant World War...
World War II.
Oh, it's World War Two.
Yeah, World War Two.
I'm thinking it's the First World War. But yeah, no, Mussolini. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting.
Yeah. That article was June 13th, so not long after.
No, the Vatican been knowing.
Yeah.
The Vatican have been knowing about, this situation and this type of activity. But yeah, I mean, the connection between the world wars and extraterrestrial activity is something that we have to go into more, because we've spoken a little bit about it, but we need to go into it more and just explain exactly what was going on there, because these people, even people like Hitler and people like that, extraterrestrials were very much involved in their way of thinking and their activity. So we'll dive into that. But yeah, very interesting headlines.
Very.